Hey guys, welcome back to Ovals and Oversharing. I'm Amalia,
And I'm Morgan, and today we're talking about motivation.
and everything related to that. So,
Yes.
to kick off our very first question of the evening, what freaking motivates us to run in the first place?
It's a loaded question right there for sure. It
Deep. It could be deep.
could be, but we won't make it that deep. Um, dude,
First
that's
off,
yeah, you go.
well, I'm just gonna preface and be like, motivation is overrated.
I
In
agree.
the first place, so many people were like, "How do you stay motivated to run every day?" And I'm like, I honestly am not always motivated to run every day, but it's great ingrained into my soul. It's like printed on my brain
It's
to
like
run every
people
day.
a lot of people think you like have to be tough, like I got to get out the door, it's going to be tough but in like the grand scheme of things, it's like okay, no, being disciplined is like kind of what you
Hmm.
need.
Like it's a habit
It
at
is
this
a
point.
habit. Yeah, yeah.
Like I wake up, I go to the bathroom, and I run. Like I know that I've got to do those three things every day, and like,
I feel like we both have gone to the point where it's like without a run or without like some sort of aerobic activity in your day, like it just doesn't feel complete. And so like I feel like that is kind of a main source of motivation. But how did you get motivated in the first place? Like how did you start running,
um,
I guess?
well, way back when, my motivation was when my dad would take me to like club cross country practice. I was probably like 11 or 12 years old, and it would motivate me because we'd always get donuts after.
So great.
So
Dude, food, little treats, that's always been like
yeah,
just a great motivator.
like I'm food driven
Yeah.
to this day. Like nothing has changed. But I remember that because I was like, I never wanted to go. I think I always cried. But I'd go, I would enjoy my time because I'd be running around with my friends. And then I would get a donut. And
And
I was
it's
always
like
like,
it's a
Amalia,
great
if you
time.
go, you and Papa can get a donut after. So
Oh, that's actually such a cute memory. I love that.
from Duncan. But yeah, that was how I originally started, way back when. How about you?
Mine is like kind of similar. I I didn't really get motivated to like consistently run until high school, and literally the motivator was my coach. Well, he's kind of like a club coach at the time, Coach Doug. He like had a kind of a kids group, youth running club, and we would have chocolate milk after. And I'm telling you, the Lucerne chocolate milks, like not the big ones, the little tiny ones, there's something special about those because they're so good. And so like we would like, go out do our little run. Sometimes we would do like intervals in like parking lots of like churches and stuff. And then like have chocolate milk together. It was literally the funnest time ever. And like I was like, I have to go to run club every Saturday. Like because this is literally so fun. So, oh my gosh.
Aw,
Yeah,
that's
but
funny.
so that was kind of my main motivator, but yeah, now it's like I feel like
Now,
it's more
or-
like goal driven, you know?
yeah,
Like I
like I feel like when I started getting serious about running, I one of my main motivators was like the thought of potentially running in college.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing until literally my sophomore year in high school. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I should start running every day so I can reach this really cool goal of running in college.
Right.
So that was it for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like, I was decent. So that was always a motivator. I was like, oh, I'm kind of good at this. So I guess I should keep showing up every day to practice.
Yeah, like I feel like you get like a little taste of success and like you kind of like want to keep going.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But then, like, also on a deeper level, like, I also in high school and middle school was doing like triple jump and long jump, and I was pretty good at that. Like, arguably better at that than I was at running at the time. But I remember I had to eventually like make a decision whether to keep jumping or running because they're like very different muscle like sports. Like, you can't really do both. You can't be running a mile and like long distance and then being like a power athlete
yeah,
triple
unless
jumper.
you're like a decathlete or something,
That, but
but
like it's just not really gonna happen.
yeah.
And oh my gosh, my cat just freaked out. But I remember I was like, I don't think I feel as satisfied jumping as I do running.
Mm.
And like from a young age, I knew that like endurance sports, like I
Yeah.
preferred like the satisfaction of like getting from point A to point B and it taking me an hour,
Yeah.
or like running hard for a long time, not just like little short bursts of sprints or like power.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting, like, just like from a young age, how little things like that are ingrained into like us, you know? Because like I
Mhm.
feel very similar, where it's like running was just always kind of there. Like, even like from, like third grade when we did the pacer test, like, I
Yeah.
don't know what came upon me, but like, if you got 60, you got free Subway. And I was
Oh,
like, yeah. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna do this. Like, there was like I had never ran before, like there was nothing like leading up to that, but like I was like, I'm gonna do this. And then I was like, kind of just something clicked. I was like, I'm good at running. It's just such a random thing. And then like every time we'd have the mile or something, I'd be like balls to the wall, like I'm going hard. And then like I was kind of similar to you though. Like I was like figure I was a figure skater, and like that was my thing. That was literally like what running is to me now. Like I was pretty serious about it. Like I was a competitive figure skater, and then um I remember I had to make a decision about if I wanted to keep going because my next pair of skates were gonna be like over $1,000 or something. And
Damn.
I loved the speed and conditioning classes in figure skating. Like I loved the endurance. I loved running around. I loved doing push-ups. Like I loved really pushing myself. And so then I was like, I think I'm just gonna run. Which was just like, what? And like that was in like seventh, eighth grade, like one of those grades, and it was just like just something like is ingrained in
Yeah.
us, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it's like deep down, like my soul just enjoys running for long periods of time. Like lately I've been like in this headset or mindset as far as like motivation goes, but I've always kind of had this. Ever since I started training for the 10K that one year, I like I like to tell myself before the run, I'm like, especially a long run, I'm like, you have everything you need on you. Like I have my goo on me. I have my phone for an emergency, and like everything else I need is like within me.
yeah,
Like I can run for like over 2 hours now, and everything I need is on my little
it's
body.
so
Like
great.
a little adventure. I'm like going on a voyage, and like my body is like my vessel, and
That
I
is so
have
great.
everything I need. And I don't know like what that does, but I'm like, this is so cool. Like I feel so cool, or like I
I
love
mean, it
this.
is cool, It's like the simplest sport out there.
Yeah.
Even like cycling, like there's so much to bikes, there's so much to this. There's like with swimming, there's you have to have a pool. With basketball, like, oh my god, excuse me, sorry. But like, like running is like you got your shoes, you got your body, you have a little bit of fuel, maybe some water, you're set. Maybe a bathroom, I don't know.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it really is the simplicity of it
Yeah.
is a really cool thing, I think.
Yeah. But in terms of like motivation, like just in general, currently, like I know that showing up every day eventually like will let me achieve my goals, whether that's like this year or in 3 years or in 10 years. Like eventually I'm going to reach my goals. And the only way to do that is to show up every day currently. So,
Me and Amalia have a quote we love, and it's like it's really really hard to beat somebody who just doesn't freaking give up. And it's
yeah.
like like it is true, like after college, so many athletes, so many runners just end their career, which is fine, like if that's what you want to do. But then there's that other pool of runners that wants to keep going and like chase, I want to go to the Olympic trials, or I want to go to this, I want to become semi-pro or some sort, I want to go to Boston, like just different things. And so like, yeah, you definitely can weed out some of the giver uppers,
Yeah.
which isn't a
Definitely.
bad thing if you need to give up.
No,
But
like if you don't want to keep running, don't keep running.
yeah,
But those of us who want to keep running, we're gonna keep on going, and therefore, like
we're gonna
we're
get
gonna
something.
weed out all the people that do stop running.
Yeah, yeah,
Less competition.
literally.
Yeah, like I mean, like I've seen it like from middle school to high school. I mean, my middle school team had like 60 girls on it, and then in high school there was like maybe 25 of us.
Yeah,
And then to college, like I was the only person in my class in high school that continued to run after high school.
it is true. Yeah,
And
yeah,
then like even throughout college, like girls on our teams have stopped.
Quit, yeah. Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy to think about it that way.
Like, I've seen it. Like, it really is that, like, 1% of people or whatever that runs in college.
Yeah.
So.
I know, which is so crazy because then you get to, like, a huge meet and you're like, there's so many people here, I'm just a number. But then in reality, it's like, no, this is actually sick.
I'm like, Mom, what does 100% of people look like?
No,
1%, like, what the frick?
That's a lot of people. Dude,
yeah. I can't comprehend. But yeah, motivation's overrated, but that's what motivates me.
That is true. Motivation is a little bit overrated, for sure.
Yeah.
Get into
I guess
routine.
Our next question is kind of like same vibe, but what keeps you going during bad runs and bad workouts?
Oh gosh. Dude, like the hope that it's gonna just end soon. I'm just kidding.
The hope that you get pulled from the workout. If I make the saddest face ever, when will my coach say, just stop?
If I start crying,
they're like, you got this. What are you doing?
No, okay, but for real, I think like splitting it up like by numbers is probably one of the best motivators you can do. Like I do this all the time, especially during 400s, just because like 400s are hard for whatever reason. But it's like, okay, you can do anything for 200 meters, and then you're halfway there. So then it's like, hold on for another 100, and then you're already at 100 there, you know? And like really breaking it up like that has helped me like through those kinds of workouts. And then like even on long runs, I break it up into fours. And so it's like once I get through the 3/4 of it, like you're there, you know? Mm-hmm. And also like, here's another disclaimer, like your long runs really shouldn't be ever like that painful, you know? Like if it's that painful, then maybe literally cut it or slow down a little bit.
Any run.
Yeah.
That's like maybe a really lactic workout.
Yeah.
But like tempos shouldn't hurt.
Yeah. Like tempos are fun. I like tempos.
Repeats shouldn't really hurt until maybe the last one.
Yeah, you should always be able to do like 1 or 2 more reps, you know, after a harder workout.
Unless it's like a 95% all out lactic workout. But like you probably aren't doing those very often.
Yeah, you're doing this like once a month, you know, if that. Yeah. So but yeah, that's a big one for me, splitting it up.
Yeah, that's definitely one for me. Like especially in indoor track, I'm like just get 1 lap at a time, like literally just 1 lap at a time. And sometimes I'll be like, okay, after this lap you can stop. And then you get through the lap and you're like, okay, 1 more and then I'll stop. And then by the time you're
done. You're like, oh my gosh, I got through it, which is insane.
Yeah. Or like, lately indoors I've been like, nothing good in life is easy. That's like what I'll repeat to myself.
Little
like
mantras.
Screaming it in my head.
Yeah.
Like so that I can't hear anything else.
Dude, those things are powerful, seriously. I like talked about that last week about how, you know, running for my family and like the people I care about, like doing like this lap for this person who's struggling and like this lap for this person who's struggling, and it's like that actually is a very powerful technique.
Yeah.
You have to play mind games with yourself.
Yeah, like it gets to a point where like I don't even remember, like nothing good in life is easy. I'll say it the first few times, I know what I'm saying, and then by the end I'm just like, it's just a chant in my head that I like am unconsciously saying.
No, yeah, that's
while it was like, I love pain. Like that was the summer we were overtraining. That was the summer we were overtraining. So don't maybe use that mantra.
Yeah, you shouldn't love pain that much.
Yeah, I was like, this is a little bit like maybe masochistic, but
dude, I did that this kind of last year too. Like, this was like a whole thing, but I would like think about things that I thought about myself, and like they were like negative, you know, and like they weren't true, and they would like fire me up, you know, and like when it would get hard, I'd like think about one of those things, and I'd be like, I'm not that, like, you know, and just like freaking send it. So, geez, I need to bring these back because maybe this is why I struggled so hard yesterday.
I know, like, or like in my race yesterday, what was I? Well, first I was trying to get fired up with like just like everything that's been happening, but that like wasn't really firing me up enough. And I was like, you are selfish. And then I was like, no, just think of something else. And then I was like, think of everyone who told you couldn't do it. And I was like, nobody has really told you that, but like the invisible haters, I guess I was like running away from yesterday, and it really helped me both those things
Just
helped me for a
gaslighting
bit.
yourself. That's
Yeah,
a thing.
I was like, this is like, you can do this. Like, everyone who said you couldn't do this, I was like, I don't actually
Aw.
know a time in my life when anyone told me I couldn't do something.
I mean, but
But
maybe.
like maybe in like not exactly those words,
Yeah.
but that fired me up. Like, I was like, I can do this. Like, I could do this. I was
That's
also
cool,
all by
yeah.
myself, so I like had no other option than to like gaslight myself into like positive thoughts. But
Oh, that's
yeah,
yeah,
a lot of
gaslighting
gaslighting
yourself.
yourself.
I know that is funny. Like, if that's the
Like,
theme
not in a
of
bad
this,
way. Like, I don't think it's toxic.
dude, I was talking about this at work the other day too. Like, manipulation is like kind of, it's like has a bad connotation with it, but it's like everybody manipulates everything. You manipulate yourself every day to get out of bed and to do everything you don't want to
Yeah.
do. Like,
Like, that's what makes you tough sometimes. Like,
yeah,
you look outside, it's like snow. Like, I look outside, it's like snowing and like 10 degrees. And I'm like, you can do this. It's not going to be that cold.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's going to be really cold, Amalia. But I'm like, no,
no, it'll be
it's not
fine.
gonna be that cold. You've
Once I
done
start
work.
running for 10 minutes, it goes away.
Yeah, I'm like, the first mile is going to suck, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah,
That's always it.
yeah.
But
No, literally, like, I've been, like, swimming a ton, so every time I get in the pool, I'm like, okay, well, at least the pool is warmer than outside right now. But it's, like, the initial getting into the pool is just so terrible. But,
yeah.
yeah, you do have to...
Oh gosh. I guess that kind of leads into the next question. Like, what, especially for you.
Oh,
currently,
yeah, what keeps you going during long stretches of, like, just tough
hard.
times and stuff?
Yeah, like not PRing for a long time, or being severely injured, or just being like really sick for a while.
Yeah,
Like, what gets you through that?
that's, like, a good
Right
question.
now, how are you? How
I
are you
mean, like,
doing?
yeah, so, like, I've been kind of dealing with it, like, which is not, it's not a serious injury, you know? Like, IT band stuff is just so, it's more annoying than anything because it's like, yes, I can run with it, but it hurts. Like, a mile into the run, I'm, like, in pain, and it's like, okay, like, it's just mentally exhausting to, like, run in pain all the time. And then, like, you have to go cross train for, like, you know, a whole another hour and a half or so. But I think the one thing that really has helped me get through this is like, okay, everything really does happen for a reason, and I do believe that. And like in the end, like I'll see that, you know, and like it's like so hard because I'm like, okay, I just like want to qualify, I want to do this, like I want to do like I'm trying like it's really easy to get anxious about all that and like think so far ahead, but like I was talking to James and Raina earlier today, and they're like saying like, okay, you just got to stay present and like set little goals. Like this week I'm gonna, you know, get like a little bit better, or the like next week I'm gonna race and like try to hit like a little bit faster than the mile or something, and not get so ahead of yourself, I guess. But yeah, definitely just like the hope that it's gonna get better and like that it's gonna be a good comeback story always, but also just like that really everything does happen for a reason. And I'm like, okay, when I'm cross training, I'm like, okay, I'm like strengthening other parts of my body, which might be helpful for, you know, my future self or whatever. So just trying to see the good in it all, but yeah, it can be hard. It's been a tough week for sure. Just mentally, I think I'm just like, is this ever gonna end? But yeah, that's I think for me kind of how it is. But
yeah, I mean, I feel like when you're injured for a long time, like I guess the most recent time that I was injured and had to do a lot of cross training was back in the fall of 2022, cross country at like the beginning of the season. And it was like super frustrating because I had just had like a really great summer of training, like the best summer of training I'd ever had. And then literally just all of a sudden, like my foot started hurting so bad because like a bone had popped out in my arch.
I remember
and like nobody knew what was wrong. And I was swimming a lot because I think biking was kind of hurting it, like the pressure on the bike. And I literally was like swimming. There's the 2 time slots at Adams for the pool, and they're like 2 hours each. And I would go for the full 2 hours. I would get there as they were opening the door, and I'd leave when the lifeguard was like, "Hey girl, pack it up." And then I'd come back and swim for another hour.
Yeah,
which,
that's
like,
crazy.
Maybe I was overdoing it. but
Yeah,
it
maybe
was
a
like,
little bit, but you were motivated.
yeah, and like I was freaking sad. Like
Hmm.
I cried a lot.
I
Like
know.
I
I
really
remember like you were
like
like
had
coming down to your
covered
apartment,
myself.
and I was like, and you were like, my foot just hurts, and I was like, oh, Amalia, like breaks my like little heart, you know.
And the
But
freaking pool, it was always so cold to get in. But eventually, like, I learned that I could swim my AirPods in and I'd listen to, like, an audiobook and, like, the band, like, it was such a good exercise. Like, I remember I'd be, like, sweating and, like,
hmm
panting with the, like, bands.
dripping, like if you're aqua
Yeah.
jogging, holy
And,
cow,
like,
yeah.
that's, like, the feeling that I wanted. So I
Hmm.
was at least getting the feeling of
Yeah,
like, pushing myself. But I think the social aspect is what I was really sad about
I
because I, like, couldn't
know.
run with you guys.
And
But
it goes by so slow. Like
yeah, like
cross
I
training is like,
counted the tiles on that ceiling so many times,
oh
so many times.
gosh.
And the only thing that kept me motivated, I was like, this is gonna help you. Like whenever you do get back out there running, like you're gonna be in exactly the same spot as you were because
Yeah,
you've been working so hard.
I
And
know.
like no matter what, you're gonna be really fit aerobically.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes like having a injury or whatever, like the setback makes you like even more hungry to like prove yourself like when you actually
Yeah,
do get to perform.
exactly. Because then I proceeded to have like after a month of only swimming, I proceeded to have like the best cross country season of my life.
Yeah, that's great. That's seriously awesome.
So, like, I don't know. Like, it sucked in the moment, but, like, swimming or aqua jogging really wasn't that terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
That's
kept my
like
eyes on the prize, I guess.
yeah, that's like that like reminds me of that one cross country season I was like also had
Oh,
some
yeah.
tendonitis foot pain and like
Yeah.
um by the grace of God like coach let me race the regional race and I was like I have like myself to prove here like I've been in the pool for a month here and like I'm just going to send it and
Wait, that was the same season.
I think okay, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Okay, yeah. I didn't know if you like yeah, that was the year before for you, but yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah,
But
oh
it
my
was
God.
like different foot issues, but
Uh,
but yeah, like I really was like so fired up and then I got to go to nationals and like I think that was the toughest I've ever ran just because I was like I have so much to prove right now, you know? It was just like this like chip on your shoulder that was insane. So, I don't know.
yeah.
There's
Yeah, I
always
guess, yeah.
there's always
You
beauty in
just have
the
to,
hardships for sure. But it's just
yeah,
it
and they
really
always
is
pass. Like, it will
it
pass.
yeah, it will and like
It's
you'll
maybe in
look
a week,
back.
maybe in a month, maybe in
Yeah.
6 months. Like my ITBN that one time, it was literally 6 months. Or you had it for like even longer that one
Ugh,
time.
yeah,
And
ITB and
like
stuff is the worst, but
it eventually passes and like everything does get better.
yeah. Yeah,
So
yesterday Andrew was like I seriously had a mental breakdown because um like just had the worst I had the worst race of my life yesterday and like I'm just so sad about being hurt and just like down and um like I was like yeah like I'm trying to bring glory to God like in this moment and like I'm trying to be positive and I just can't like I don't know what to do and Andrew was kind of just like if you want to like bring glory to God and like you just have to give it to him, you know, and like kind of let go a little bit and just trust that it's going to like work out. And I was like that is so true. Like you really do need to like keep your eyes up and just like stay positive, but like it is hard in the moment. But
yeah,
yeah.
and just like controlling what you can control.
Yeah.
Like you can't control when you're gonna start feeling better, but you can control how often you're cross training.
Yep.
You can control how often you're going to physical therapy. You can control doing your stupid rehab exercises that suck and everyone hates them. But you
Yeah.
can control that.
It's
You can
true.
control doing like 30 push-ups every night before bed
That is
and
true.
making sure you're getting 9 hours of sleep so your body can
Mhm.
recover and like
Mhm.
eating
Staying hydrated, eating correct, like doing all those
inflammatory
things.
foods. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like if you control all of that, everything you can control, the things you can't control, you'll be able to control way
Yeah.
sooner than
Yeah.
you
For sure. For
but,
sure.
like
Yeah.
yeah.
But
But it's tough. But it'll be okay.
it
It's
will.
always
Yeah.
okay.
And it's like
Everything turns out for the best eventually.
it does and like on the bright side of things like I can still run, you know? Like
Yeah.
I like
30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day and you stay where you are.
Yep,
So
yep.
that's what I
I
told
did
myself.
40 today, so.
Oh, yeah. I'd be out there like limping through 30 minutes. I was like, just this, and then
I
you
know.
swim for 3 hours. I was
I
like,
know. I was like, I get to go on the cross country machine after this. Like every 10 minutes, I'd be like, it's only been 10 minutes, but.
that thing looks awful, but whatever works.
I know. I feel like I'm getting buff.
Yeah. That's so funny. Okay.
Next.
Then I guess like dealing with burnout. How do you deal with burnout?
That's
Which,
like a whole other hardship, you know?
yeah, that's like, I don't know what's worse. I don't know if I'd rather be injured or burnt out.
I seriously think the only solution to burnout is taking a break.
Yeah, like I think I would rather have like a small injury than being like actually burnt out. Like times where like I'm physically, mentally, and like emotionally burnt out is like worse than having the bone popped out in my foot.
Yeah.
I think.
No, I like
Because when you're burnt out with everything, you can't control anything.
you can't, and like I don't know if you get this way, but like I'm like literally depressed. Like literally depressed. Like I feel like I wake up no motivation to do anything, but you just have to keep doing it. And then you go to a race and you suck, and it's just this like cycle that's just terrible.
Yeah, and then you're sucking and you're like, why am I sucking? I'm not hurt, I'm not sick. At
Like,
least if I'm
I do
hurt
my
or sick,
training.
I can be like, oh, I'm sucking because I'm hurt and sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when I'm burnt out, I'm just sucking.
Yeah.
And sad. And like
yeah, like there's no reason for it, but like there actually is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I think I actually dealt with this like a ton last year. And like didn't even know I was burned out until I took a break. And I was like, oh my gosh, I actually do want to go to the rodeo, and I actually do want to go camping, and going on a hike kind of sounds kind of fun. I was like, everything started to like sound fun again, and I was like, wait, is this like, do I have my personality back? But yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was like, it always like trickles in a little bit at the end of any season,
Mm-hmm.
but usually I can like keep my eyes on the prize.
Mm-hmm.
But in the fall, this past fall, like when I raced the first chance BU 5K,
Oh, me and you
like,
both.
I just like didn't, like I was fine, like physically I was fine, like I'd done a fine workout that week and like everything was okay, but in the race I was like, I just kind of want to be done.
Yeah, like mentally you just don't care, and when you don't care, it's not a good place to be.
Yeah, and then I didn't even cool down.
Yeah, me
That
neither.
shows how done I am. Like I hate not doing a cool down, but I didn't cool down, and then I took like a couple days off, and I was back to it, 8 miles a week, and I was happy. So.
Yeah, literally, sometimes just a little break is all you need. Like, it's actually crazy what that can do for you. Like,
Just like miss it.
Yeah.
Stop for as much time it takes to miss it, and then you're ready.
No, yeah.
For
literally.
me, like I am a psychopath, and I like 3 days. I'm like, I miss running so much.
I know.
But
I was getting really antsy too. Like, I took a whole week off between cross, and like I was like, I could start running now, but I was like, no, we're gonna take a week off. Like, this will be good for you. But yeah, burnout is definitely like,
you just have to take like how to deal with it. Take at least a day off. Like,
yeah, give yourself some grace too.
Yeah,
Like,
if you're in the middle of the season, just take a day or two. It's not gonna affect your fitness.
yeah.
And then if it's at the end of the season and you don't need to be racing anymore, just stop running for a week.
Yeah, like, yeah, I think it's like something that's definitely avoidable too, just like with training and stuff. Because, like, if you're training at the correct level, like, running is really actually kind of fun, you know? And then, like, you're ready to race and you're, like, mentally able to lock in. But, like, if you're going too hard, and I think I kind of ran into this even with the cross training recently, like, I show up for a Tuesday workout, like a hard workout, and I can't lock in because I'm just so mentally exhausted, you know? And it's like, okay, yeah, Morgan, because when you bike, you freaking grind. Like, I stopped wearing a heart rate monitor because I was like, well, my heart rate's going to be like 170 no matter what I do. And it's like, okay, that's not how it should be, first of all. And it doesn't need to be like that. And then, like, I was like, when I swim, I'm like, lungs burning, like dying, you know? And then it's like, then you try to show up to do a hard Tuesday workout, and of course you're gonna have nothing left. Like, already you hate cross training, and then you, like, you know? So, I kind of, like, I was like, yeah, just because I'm cross trained doesn't mean I'm invincible, you know? And, like, you still have to follow the basic training principles, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burnout sucks, but.
Yeah, for sure. but
you can avoid it.
you can avoid it. You have to check in every day with where you're at.
Yeah.
But
yeah. All right.
What's our next question?
Now then, this one is important. The difference between being disciplined and motivated and having an unhealthy obsession / relationship with exercise.
This is a good one. This kind of, the burnout really feeds into this one for sure.
Yeah.
You go.
I've definitely had this. I feel like, oh my God, during COVID.
Oh gosh.
Oh no. My senior year of high school, and then what was that, freshman year of college. Definitely did not, like, I was like, I'm such a hard worker. I'm such a grinder. And in reality, I was just like obsessed with exercise in an unhealthy manner. Like, I took 2 weeks off after COVID when our outdoor season got canceled. I took 2 weeks off from whatever that was, training for track. And I was like, I don't want to, like, this is bad. I don't want to gain weight. I don't want to get slow. I don't want to be any slower than I was before. So I'm going to bike or swim. I would bike for an hour or swim like 2 or 3 miles every day of my 2 weeks off. And then I came back and I was running and I was where I was overtraining like every day, comparing myself to your Strava and everyone else's Strava because we weren't together. And then we got back to Alamosa and we were training way too hard because we definitely had an unhealthy relationship with exercise.
Really
and
bad.
Then I had the country season of my life. Like, I almost got last at the conference cross country meet.
Bro, me and Amalia, we like literally it was just me and Amalia in Alamosa. That was the Morgan and Amalia show in Alamosa the entire summer. We would wake up, go freaking grind a tempo, go camp and hike up a mountain, and then like
do 4 hours of sleep every night.
Rip a long run. Like, it was crazy. And like both of us were really fit. We went to this like Salida mountain race. Like, we did a 5-mile mountain race. And I like, what did we go, like first and second?
Yeah.
And like like, it was great. It was great fun, blah blah blah. That's when me and Andrew started dating. And then like
it was not good.
It was a blast. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it was so fun.
It was so fun.
I don't think that the running wasn't necessarily fun. It was like going camping and stuff.
Yeah, and then we got back for cross country season, and both of us just bonked. Like, I walked. There was nothing to give. I
walked at that first meet.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Thank God it was COVID season because it didn't count.
Yeah.
Like, that didn't need to count. That was terrible.
Oh, yeah. Like, erase that from my memory, actually. Yeah, that was seriously... it was a good learning experience. And it definitely needed to happen. And a lot of people were telling us to, like, chill the frick out.
Yeah, and we were just so, like, naive.
Yeah, and it's like, no.
Like, I'm glad I wouldn't change anything. Like,
I wouldn't either, like, looking back. But, like, yeah, it's like... Guess like, what? You don't
I only wouldn't change anything because that season didn't count. Like, if I could go back and that season did count towards our eligibility, I would have wanted to change stuff.
Yeah,
because that's a weight. And, like, we weren't focused on our, like, actual goals. Like, I literally remember before you got there that I was, like, I would do my run, I'd do my double, and then I would do, like, online, like, core workout, like, YouTube workouts. And I was, like...
You're like, yeah, I'm going to look so fit and so fresh. Yeah. And, of course, the more I grind, the better I'm going to be. Like, that is every young runner's mindset. I guarantee you that, the harder I work, the more I push myself, the better I'm going to be. And guess what? That is just so far from the truth. Like, there's such a balance there.
Yeah.
And, like, that's...
just not true. Like, yeah. And people will comment on my videos or say stuff and be like, but I need to run fast every day. Otherwise, like, I'm not getting anywhere. And I'm like...
I did that in high school, and I was hurt so much in high school. That's my thing. I started, like, when I was in high school, I had a really bad relationship with it. Like, I always, I don't even know, like, where it stemmed from, but, like, I was, like, my junior year, my junior year, I was on the swim team, and I was running. So, like, I would wake up at, like, the butt crack of dawn, go for my run, go to swim practice, I had some off periods, so I would do some of my runs there instead of like waking up. I was just on the grind, you know? And then like um I like this happened like right after cross country season. I was also trying to be vegan, so I was underfueling really bad. Low key like had a kind of bad eating disorder.
No runner, you can't convince me any runner, like serious runner, is vegan without some sort of deep actual issue or like bad relationship with, like, it's some sort of control issue with food.
Yeah.
And it's, if you can deny, but I've never met someone that's not the underlying issue.
Yeah, because let me tell you, I was drinking like beet smoothies. They were disgusting. It was actually like horrendous. And like, let me tell y'all a little story. I was on my way to swim practice. Or no, I think I was just on my way to school. I can't remember, but I blacked out. I blacked out driving. And I woke up in the mother trucking ditch. And I was like, what the heck just happened? Get to school, and I'm like telling my best friend, Shelby, I'm like, I don't know what just happened. I blacked out. And then she tells my cross-country coach, I go to the doctor. My ferritin was at like a 6. Like, I was so anemic and so unhealthy. And they were like calling me like hypoglycemic or I don't remember. But they were like, you need to eat way more, pretty much. And I was like, eh.
Bro, yeah.
And I did, because I was like, you know what? If I want to be fast, I need to eat. And like, that was enough motivation for me to like eat. But yeah.
It's like, it like deep down, like, yeah, like my senior year of high school, I was like training so hard, and like I'd sneak off after practice to go like do elliptical for a little bit.
That too.
And like I wasn't eating enough, and like it got to a point where like my arms and legs would ache so badly that one day like I was like, Mom, my like arms hurt so bad that I went to like the like walk-in emergency room or whatever, and I had to get like an IV, and they were like, you like aren't eating enough. What the heck are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. What am I doing? Like, I feel like shit. Like, I don't want to feel like this. And so I was like, F this. Like, deep down it stems from like control issues. Like, all runners have a little bit of OCD or something.
Yeah.
And then I realized, I was like, instead of controlling how much exercise I do and pushing myself so much and like not eating enough and controlling what I eat, what if I control like the quality of all this stuff? Like,
dude, that is literally
get satisfaction of like having control, but you are doing it like to get better at running, not just to. I don't even look like a runner. Like, F that.
That's
care.
Literally where it like stemmed from for me. I was like, like this is what all the like good runners do. They eat super healthy, super clean, blah blah blah. No, it's not. Like, you
like
just
I
just
enjoy eating healthy, but like I'm gonna go have ice cream tonight. Like, I'm not that, it's not that deep. Like, I'm gonna eat mini wheats for breakfast.
I'm gonna go to McDonald's once a week.
Yeah, like I care, but I also want to be happy. So.
Yeah, I feel like, well, that's what you have to realize. It's like, if you do care and you actually do want to run fast, like, you need to actually also enjoy your life, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, nothing is gonna come if you just force everything, you know? So you kind of have to just vibe a little bit. But,
yeah. And like really listening to your body. Like, you can feel the difference between being motivated. Like, I'm motivated and I'm disciplined every day. But then like there's a point where like you're miserable and you're forcing yourself to do these things, and you're forcing yourself to like go further and go faster, and it just is so forced.
Yeah.
That is an unhealthy relationship. When your like workouts are the same pace as your races, like you're forcing yourself to work out too hard.
I agree.
And underperforming.
I used to think that, like, when I was in high school, I was like doing a workout and I was like, if I want to run this in a mile, how am I supposed to do that if I can't even run 1/400 at that pace? And it's like, guess what? You're in a workout. And your mother trucking trainers. Like, of course you're not gonna, you know, like, racing is just so different than training. Like, and like, you should be able to feel like, okay, I can do 1 or 2 more reps after a workout, and like, not this like panic attack, anxiety, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through this workout because like blah blah blah, or you're walking up to practice and like, I don't know if I can do this, like, I'm so nervous right now. It's like, guess what? It's literally practice. Like, holy crap. So like, the Pope is not watching you, but
literally. So don't do that. That's
balance. Life is about balance.
Yeah.
Have a
All
donut.
right. To finish it off, let's do lighten the load a little bit.
Yeah.
3 fun things that we each like to do to get extra motivated or hyped before races or runs or like workouts.
Okay, yeah. You go first.
Okay. Well, I feel like this is everyone and their mom's way to get hyped, but I do like to listen to music. I don't ask me what kind of music I like. I don't know. I really will listen to anything. I'm a basic. I'm not an edgy person that's trying to like listen to all the new music. Like I'm gonna listen to Taylor Swift and the same 10 songs I've listened to since high school.
Bro, yeah, you were like saying one time, you're like, I'm listening to the soundtrack of
Les Mis. I've still been listening to that.
Oh yeah, that. And I was like, what? But that's just very on character for you.
That's actually what I listened to get hyped yesterday. So.
That's great. That's literally great. That's funny.
But yeah, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's unique. Les Mis. One of mine is kind of similar to that. I like to watch videos of like professional, like just people that are way better than me, just like iconic races. Like one of my favorite miles to watch, I think it was a mile, yeah, is like when I feel like this is like Ellie Purrier's like breakout moment, but she was like still in college, and I think I don't know, I don't remember if she won or no, she like won the NCAA title or whatever, but like she just like comes from behind and like is just like so consistent, you know, and then like just freaking puts the hammer down at the end. It's just like so cool. So I like watching videos like that, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that, you know.
Yeah.
So
I get that. Yeah, I like to watch YouTube videos, vlogs more, but
yeah.
I guess my next one is more so for like races, but I love to do my makeup. I know that you're the same, and I know like 90% of people, girls I know, or boy, whatever, do their makeup before a race. And I don't know, it's nothing serious. Like I'm not like doing a really great job. Like there's probably a line of like makeup on my neck.
Like, or like my elf halo glow, like.
Or like when you guys, I like put 2 and 2 together the other day. But when I saw you in December and you guys were like, you're so tan, it was because I like have the same makeup. Like I'm very much paler than I was.
Summer makeup.
And I just am wearing the same makeup and I don't care, but it makes me feel good.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I do my makeup.
Look good, feel good. Like whatever you think. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Changing up the hair sometimes. It's such a girl thing. Being a girl is so fun.
Hair like flusters me. Like yesterday I was trying to do some like braid mini buns, and then I was like, I'm wasting time and getting flustered, so I went classic ponytail.
Dude, that's what I'm like literally such a fan of the slick back right now, because I'm like, braiding is just such hit or miss for me.
And then my arm is tired, and
then
yes! Like, and I'm like, oh. And
it's like, okay, this is too much stress before the race.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
My second one, which like this is like my most iconic thing, but I literally Red Bull. I love a good Red Bull, and like I think it like at this point it's a placebo, you know, but I have a Red Bull before every workout, every tempo, before every race, and I do like a little can crush, and like I'm not even superstitious about if the can crush is good, I have a good race, because I had some bad can crushes, good race, I've had some good bad race, so it's like I don't really care, but it's just my thing, and it's just kind of fun. So and like I just love Red Bull, it just tastes fire, so I might have a heart attack, but yeah, that's my thing.
I do love it. That's kind of how I am with coffee, but I'll do a different one. I like to wear a fun outfit sometimes, like to work out. I've kind of gotten off like the past several years. I just don't think like I don't need to buy a bunch of new running clothes. Like that's just so, it actually pisses me off when I see people like with their hauls and shit. But like I have clothes that I like. Yeah. And I've liked them for years. So like I have this blue pair of Nike Pro spandex that I've had since 7th grade. And I love wearing those for workouts. And when I wear them for workouts, I feel good. They're like so thin. People have said they're see-through, and I don't care. Like I put those on and I feel like a baddie. And then I've got this like sports bra, a Lululemon sports bra that I thrifted. And it like has really thin strap. I don't know. I just that outfit specifically makes me feel really good.
That's awesome.
So, or like I have a pair of blue tights, and I've had them for a while, but when I wear them, I feel extra good. So, good outfit can make the whole vibe different.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think like more than like outfit for me, it's like my sock choice. Like,
Mm.
and I feel like that would probably be my third one. It's like, this is so stupid, but like, since high school, I've had these damn spaghetti socks that I wear every premium. I'm not even joking. They have holes in them. I wore them before the ASU qualify, like just this one. I wear them before every single race. The heel is like has a hole in it. I don't care. It's just like my fun little thing. Um, and then like, but before workouts, like I love a good pair of socks that come up. They're like not super high, but like you know the length I'm talking about. Not ankle socks, not crew
Yeah.
socks, like right in the middle. And so like I wear those like for every workout, and like that's my Elena. Our teammate Elena has these socks from this
Those are
brand
fire.
called Sock Monkey, I think. Monkey
Yeah.
socks? I don't know.
I love those.
They're so nice. I literally
They're so comfy.
I save them for my workouts because I'm like, I love these. They're
They
literally
feel
so
like
nice.
clouds. Yeah.
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 I still wear them. I love them.
Yeah. Yeah, so I love good socks, but that's kind of funny.
Well, that's kind of it.
Yeah, that's all we got for y'all this week.
Stay motivated, stay disciplined.
Stay
And run
motivated.
back.
Motivation is overrated, but discipline is where it's at. So,
Yeah. But
keep
know
doing
when to
your
take a
stuff.
break.
Yes, don't overdo it. We all need
Yeah.
a reminder of that sometimes, the OCD runners. But
For real.
okay, y'all, thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week.
Same time, same place.
Oh,
Alrighty.
yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye.